Hello there, welcome to my YouTube channel, Ali's TV. My name is Adekola Alimat. On this TV, we'll be talking about movie reviews generally, Nollywood movie reviews, most especially Yoruba movies, and English movies, the ones released on Netflix, the ones released in the cinemas, the ones released on DVDs and on YouTube. That is what we'll be talking about basically. Kindly click on the subscribe button to be a part of this large family, and also do not forget to click on the bell button so you'll be the first to get notified when next I drop my new video. Thank you. Now to the business of today. For today, I'll be talking about a Yoruba movie titled Olukoti. Olukoti is actually produced by Olaniyi aka MK. So this movie actually starred great actors, a lot of great actors. You have Osupa, Saheed, Afolabi, Odunlade, Adekola, Yoruba, àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, wọ́n pọ̀ ńbẹ̀. So the story of this movie is actually about a man, Osupa Saheed, who is known as Olukoti, tó jẹ́ pé tó bá ń kọjá tẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ ó máa ṣe, or tó ń fúnra rẹ̀ bá sọ̀rọ̀ ó máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, like probably he sees the future, he has a okay, you know, the way people say it, he's one iconic guy, one alagbara guy. Konto Ogunsara is just one alagbara guy, not talking of this kind of agbara, talking of juju and jazz all over his body, Pokoto Sarasha. So that's one man offended him, but boy kúrò nílùú, like ó fi ìlú sílẹ̀ porumo, and then ó sọ̀rọ̀ pé kí ọ̀rẹ́ òun kó má lọ bí kankan, and bẹ́ẹ̀ máa dàrú, which came to pass. And then he made his friend go against the king of the village. And then at the end of the day, the king of the village is waging a war against Olukoti through his Balogun. That's the summary of the movie. Now, talking about the good part of the movie, the storyline is actually cool. The storyline is not that bad. But the problem I have with this storyline is the fact that we do not know where to place Olukoti. Ṣé èèyàn gidi àbí èèyàn burúkú? Okay. For a particular scene, we know that okay, he likes his friend Afolabi. Torí pé òun ló sọ fún Afolabi pé kó má lọ sí ibi ìnáwó ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ kan Àjànàkú, pé wàhálà máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ńbẹ̀. Okay, fine. That one is okay. And then all of a sudden, he made Afolabi go against the king. Bọ̀bọ́ kan ṣẹ̀, and the next thing, bọ̀bọ́ yẹn kú kúrò olùdúmọ̀, and so on like that. So we don't even know where to place him. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? I'm sure they will tell us more in part 2. The subtitle of the movie is actually great, except a particular scene where they mixed up Anike and Amoke, which I believe is actually a mistake. Yeah, it's a mistake. And okay, the costuming is great, the continuity is fine, and then the language Yoruba to somebody no. They really did a great job with that. In fact, for the subtitle, I was expecting the general subtitle of you understand what I'm trying to say, but they just did a great job. They would just put the summary, you know, the meaning, the literal meaning of the away, and then they leave it as that. So they did a great job with that. Now talking about the other side of the movie, like the bad part of the movie, the first thing is the fact that we have some scenes that I think are irrelevant in this movie, or maybe let's just say they have a lot of explanation to give to us in part 2. For instance, now in the scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, they just showed some men dying. We've not been able to like put these pieces together. Why were they dying? What happened? They didn't explain it to us in part 1. Okay, maybe in part 2 they would do justice to that and explain that to us. And then that time we have a man who came out of his house, Oto Gumora, Okira, Osara, Oshe, Sot, Oshe, Sosi. And next thing he disappeared. Like he didn't disappear, like he just left. And they actually left the scene like that. Boy. Like, what's the point of this particular scene? I believe they would tell us more in part 2. You know, they have a lot of explanations to make in part 2. And then there's a scene, you know, they ought to show us this particular scene. Olukoti warned his friend Afolabi about Ajanoku's mom's burial, that he should not go, something was going to happen and so on like that. Yeah, fine. Afolabi didn't go. He listened to his friend due to an incident that has happened before. But they did show us the scene of what happened at that Ajanoku mom's burial. which I believe is a mistake. Oh, yeah, call it fiyan wa ká mọ̀ pé okay. Ìkan tí Olukoti bá sọ, dandan ló máa ṣẹ. Àti mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, they've established that. But, you know, there's no big deal in just taking it a bit further to let it sink. You understand what I'm saying? They could have done better with that particular scene. They could have shown us that scene. They have seen why people were running out of skelter, koto shele, biya igilo jawo ni o, biya kini kan lo se o. In lẹ́nu kan, ó sọ pé àjànàkú máa pa àjànàkú ṣáà kú. And then Olukoti made his friend go against the king himself. They had a fight about Fumileru, mi ò fún ẹ lẹ́rú, ṣọba sanwó ẹrú ni, you know, and so on like that. And that was it. So I believe they have a lot of explanations to make. The scenes where men were dying and they couldn't explain what is the relevance of Odunlade, Adekola in this movie. Odunlade played his role very well. He had a little bit of comics and comedy there, but so far, if we remove the scenes of Odunlade, the movie would still be great. Honestly speaking, the movie would still be great. So I believe they still have a big role for Odunlade to play in the part 2 of this movie. They can't just limit Odunlade to that kind of role. Odunlade is way bigger than that now. No, we know Odunlade is a bully, and he did his bullying part very well. Odunlade is bigger than just giving him just that small role, and then no, I believe there is more to explain to us in part 2. And oh, the cliffhanger. No. I don't like the cliffhanger. The cliffhanger was not. It was not. You understand what I'm trying to say? It was not captivating enough. They could have done better. They could have given us a better cliffhanger. You know what I'm trying to say here? Like they just showed us, okay, the king sent Balogun to go and, you know, Koju Olukoti for him, and he got there. Olukoti. Next thing they started for Sirawo, and the next thing Osupa Saheed Olukoti. You know, caught turn ibo lo lo ko e pa kilo ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Balogun ibo lo Osupa lo, and that's all. Like, it's not captivating enough. They could have made it very, very captivating. You know, it's arrest you and be like, in fact, we'll forget about the scenes they didn't explain right from time. Since that particular, you know, want to know what happens to Balogun, what happened to Olukoti, but the scene is just, the cliffhanger is just there, like just there. If you understand what I'm trying to say. So that's just basically about the movie Olukoti. And there's one thing that is actually baffling me. Okay, fine, we understand that Olukoti Soba in the sense that Oshogun Oloye. But looking at it this way, Olukoti o jẹ̀bi o, Oloye lo jẹ̀bi. You understand? Oloye jẹ̀bi. Ọjọ́ koko Olukoti nǹkan tí Murphy bá ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹrú ẹ̀, but Oloye lo jẹ̀bi. Now, àtiwá wò pé ọba fẹ́ lo ọwọ́ agbára pé no, èmi mo ní ìlú, èmi lálágbára ìlú fún Olukoti. But still, well, let's just wait for the part 2. I mean, I'm sure they would give us a lot of explanations in part 2, explain the relevant scenes. I mean, those scenes we are not able to decipher in this part 1. And then what is going to be the end of Olukoti, the Balogun, and the king himself. But one great thing I like about the movie is the fact that we know where we are going to. It's not like, unlike some movies that at the end of part 1, we'll just be looking at each other like, okay, so what's up? Nothing, no explanation. We don't even know where we are going to. But this, they did a great job. They told us, we know where we are going to. We know what the movie is about. And not like we know what to expect in part 2, but we know that we have a lot of expectations in part 2, which is making us look forward to the part 2. Now, with the cool subtitle, the great costuming, you know, the continuity, and a little bit of small discrepancies, issues here and there. For the rating, I'll rate the movie 7/10 based on the standard of Nollywood movies in Nigeria. Yeah, I'll be rating it 7/10. So while we wait for the part 2 of this movie to come out and then we'll review it together, kindly click on the subscribe button to be a part of this large family, and also do not forget to click on the bell button so you'll be the first to get notified when I start drop my new video. See you some other time. Thank you.